There's a screw in your window. Your dad has to lock you in for good damn reason. You're a cannibal girl, and you're gonna go to a slumber party with other girls
A slumber party.
while you're hungry. They invited her over, and she said buffet. Right. I got a podcast.
Add to the no.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another very special episode of I'm Literally Screaming. It's me, Spencewuah, and today I'm joined by two, not just one, two. This is the first time I've ever had two guests on one episode. Everyone, please give a very warm and lovely welcome to Kara and Jaeden.
Yay! Thank you. This is so special that we're the first duo.
I literally was thinking about that today before I was on my way here, after finding out my apartment wasn't actually on fire and thinking my apartment was burning down and then getting stuck in traffic. How was your week? First of all, let's just jump right into that.
We have been homebodies all week. We don't go anywhere.
Let's explain. She got a puppy.
Yes, I got a dog, a wiener dog.
She got a baby
and his name
wiener.
is Carl.
Ooh.
And he's so cute. And he's
You got a baby wiener?
Mm-hmm.
Little Carl.
He's my little baby. He's 10 weeks. He's doing so good. And we just haven't left the house because I'm new mommy. I'm scared to
I want a kitten.
Get a kitten.
Do you want to know what I told my mom? So, do you know the movie Turning Red?
Turning
No.
red.
I don't think so.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God.
What's it about?
Okay, so basically it's about this girl named May, right? Mm-hmm. And in the beginning of the movie, she's under a lot of stress. And she basically just turns into a big red panda. When she gets too emotional, she turns into a big red panda. That's all I can really tell you because I don't want to spoil anything. Okay. Mm-hmm. But there's this one scene where her mom, obviously, she knew it was going to happen eventually because she also is a big red panda. So basically there's this one scene where her mom and her dad bring her a box of kittens to see if she can keep her emotions under control. Because if she's oh my God, they're so cute, she's going to puff into a big red panda. But she closes her eyes and pictures her friends. But because of the kitten scene, I want to name my kitty May.
Cute.
That's cute.
You have to.
You
have to do
I
that.
need a kitten so bad.
It's going to happen. All you got to say is that you just can't wait to have your kitten.
But here's my problem. I really want to find a stray cat.
Okay.
Really bad. And
okay, that's okay. You know what's the best thing about that? All you have to say is, I can't wait to find my kitten. That's it. It's going to come to you. I can't wait to find my healthy kitten.
No,
it's
because
going to come to me.
I was on I was on a little run. And there was a stray cat with no collar. And I did try to pick it up and take it home with me. And it in fact did have owners. And the owners were watching me from their living room window. What the hell is he doing with our cat? Because I literally was hi kitty.
Well,
and I brought it over and I picked it up and I was you're coming home with me. And then they were hello?
They're that's my cat.
Yeah.
Listen here.
Granted.
To me, granted. Listen here. Cats need to be I get scared when I don't see a cat with a collar on because I understand that cats are outside animals and they need to be lingering and do their own thing. I understand.
I would never let my cat go outside.
I used to have a childhood cat. Her name was Mia. Now, the only cat we've ever had.
Okay.
And she was the best. She did her own thing. I did not like the fact that my parents let her out of the house and let her roam the neighborhood.
Yeah,
that scares me.
It's not safe.
Have you not seen every movie? Have you not seen Hocus Pocus?
Come on.
Literally.
Do we not know how, anyway, I get scared when I don't see a cat with a little, all they need is a little dainty collar because guess what? There's people like us who will want a little kitty and want to save a stray or think it's a stray and it's not a stray. And then there's no collar on it. And then you're oh, well, I'm going to save this kitten. And then next thing you know, Bob and Jerry are down the street hey, that's my cat. It's well, put a damn collar on it. Damn.
How is it my fault that you didn't put a collar on your cat and now your cat is my cat?
Literally.
And it's
and
so
I
easy.
Put a collar on it too.
It's
so if
so
you pick
easy
it up,
nowadays.
I should start bringing around a collar with me. That way, if they, I'm dead serious. I should start walking around with a collar in my pocket, and then if I see a cat, put my collar on it. And if they say shit, if the owners are there and they're that's our cat, I'd be that's funny because look at the collar.
That's the smart shit.
You're gonna gaslight the owners into thinking that it's not their cat.
Literally.
Maybe I shouldn't do that because then they're not gonna have their kitty.
Could you imagine if like May got taken by another person and like they got another collar put on it and you're like, no, that's my May.
I would actually go berserk if someone stole my animal.
We watched a movie last night.
What movie?
Forgot what it was called, but it has Aubrey Plaza in it, the girl from White Lotus. The
Emily is a Criminal.
Yep.
Is that on Netflix?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love
so
Aubrey
good.
Plaza.
The part where they stole the wiener dog.
They stole a wiener dog.
They stole a wiener dog.
Yes, I was literally
cried.
crying with him in my lap. I was like, what the hell?
And then she made me hold him because she was like, here, don't worry, he's like still here. Like they didn't actually take the but in the movie, these people were like,
they stole her money.
Backtrack.
They stole her money. They had her at knife point, and then they took the dog.
Okay, so like real talk again, if I had my animal with me and someone had a knife to my throat and they said we're stealing your animal, I'd say slit my throat, bitch, because you're not getting my kitty cat. Literally. And you know what? If you're gonna take my kitty cat, you might as well kill me now, because if you're gonna take him, I'm gonna kill myself later.
Literally. I will throw myself in front of your
Pets
car.
are such emotional support. It's like, to me, like, oh yeah, same thing. I would go berserk.
If I didn't have Luna,
yeah.
I'd go crazy. Like we boarded her at the doggy Bow Wow place that you can like.
Wait, where?
The Bow Wow bungalow.
Where's that?
It's
a dog hotel in North Hollywood.
There's a dog hotel?
See, it's just a boarding facility. Our hotel's different. Doggy hotel's different than just boarding facilities, because to me,
I feel like it's the same
a doggy
thing.
hotel sounds like very fancy.
And they're just like in cages.
So
Yeah.
maybe she is in a hotel then, because she does get a little tiny room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
feel bad putting her in a cage. She's kind of big, but she's kind of small.
What are your zodiac signs? Like completely off topic, sorry.
I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Cancer.
OMG, wait, I'm a Leo.
Nice.
Wait, so are you June or July?
I'm July
What day?
20th.
And what's
March 20th.
We're 20th. Yeah.
Ooh,
What's
I'm
your
23rd.
Wrong.
Of
The
July.
20s.
So sorry, wait.
No, you're good. I forgot.
Hotel.
So I guess it's kind of like a hotel, but it's like she gets a small room.
Mm-hmm.
They have big old rooms apparently, but like she gets a small room. I feel bad putting her in a cage.
Oh wait, so like when you leave your apartment, you bring your dog to like the dog hotel?
If we're leaving like out of town or something like that, but all day they'll just sit at our apartment.
Wait, so is Luna the wiener dog?
No, Luna's my girl.
And then you have your.
Carl is the wiener dog.
So what made you think of the name Carl?
Well, do you know that Nickelodeon? It was like back then. It was
Jimmy
like
Neutron.
Yes.
Yeah.
After the show, it goes, "Hi, I'm Carl," and it's like a production.
And it's the dog, right?
Yeah, and I love that name. Like, it just was always funny to me, and I've always wanted a wiener dog, so I just combined the two.
Wait, that is actually so clever.
Yeah.
Like I was like in my head, I was like, oh, like Carl's Jr. Like, you
That
know, but like
too.
what you said was like really clever, because I wouldn't have.
It's Carl with a K.
With a K?
Mm-hmm.
That's cute. Wait, you know why I need an emotional support animal? Because whenever like the pharmacy runs out of my like psychiatric medication, I'm gonna need like an animal to be like emotional support.
They're like it's just like a little like weighted blanket.
Are you guys on any psychological medication or psych meds?
No.
I am not. No.
Oh, cool. I am.
I tried a long time ago and they didn't work.
Yeah, my doctor just raised my dosage on Zoloft, so.
I
are you doing?
really wish pills weren't a thing.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah, I
doing
didn't
good?
have I didn't have my medication for like 3 days, and I started getting these like brain zaps, and I was like going through these really bad mood swings, and then I ended up going to CVS and I got my prescription, right? Finally get my prescription, I pop in one of my Zoloft, and I'm like, okay, I'll take my Adderall tomorrow, I'll be fine. Lo and behold, I'm on my way home, and there was just this man on the crosswalk. Like I had to turn, and so how do I explain this? So like I need to turn this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like the flow of traffic that I'm currently in was going this way. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
now I'm at this light, I'm trying to make a turn, and I would like, you know when you can't turn until basically the light is yellow?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's what I was doing, and then all of a sudden
Arrows.
this man decided that it would be like really funny to like strip down in his pants. Like he literally was just in his underwear, and then he ran out into the middle of the road, did some cartwheels, and then lied flat on the crosswalk and didn't move. And the light had already turned green for like these cars, but obviously they can't go through because I'm in the intersection. So then they're all honking at me, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? Go to prison? Like, I'm not gonna run this man over. He ended up like actually moving though. But this is what I was thinking, right? Do people in jail get their psych meds on time? Because if they do, maybe I will go to prison.
I honestly highly doubt they do, because they it's a terrible system, and they don't give a shit about who is in there.
Yeah, that's actually really
yeah. They really don't. I wish they cared more, and they don't. There's probably some people in there that do. Hopefully they're doing good.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
I hope, well, you know, I always, like, in my brain, I feel like, did you ever picture yourself when you were younger that you would, like, be in jail?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How I would survive, I would not at all.
So, like, I didn't have to imagine what my life would be like in jail because I had an uncle who was, like, a police chief. And one day my mom was like, OMG, let's go to, like, your uncle's work. And I didn't know that he was a police chief. And I also didn't know that he was, like, short-tempered because, like, I don't, as I mentioned before, I don't shut the hell up ever. And I basically would not stop talking and asking him questions. And he was like, hold on. And he put me in a jail cell.
What in the what in his right mind thought that was a good idea?
He put me in a jail cell. And then, no, but here's the kicker. He really thought he, like, pulled one over on me. No, because I enjoyed it. And I said, this is so cool. And then he opened the jail cell and told, like, my mom to take me home.
I would have freaked out. My claustrophobia would have been, like, I would have been kicking and screaming, and he would have flipped his shit.
I mean, like, at the time when I was little, like, it was, like, really cool. But I feel like now if I was in a jail cell, it would be for, like, different reasons.
Yeah.
Does smoking help at all?
With anxiety?
Mm-hmm. Or does it kind of, like, make it worse? Like, what's your take on smoking? Because obviously I know you asked if we smoked.
Mary Jane.
Mother goddess of all.
Like, literally the best thing to exist on the I feel I've mentioned it before. Like, I once went on TikTok Live and I told people that I smoked. And they were like, what? No, you don't. Like, it's like people just like, they automatically are just like, no, don't do that. Like, it's so bad for you. Really? because I feel like great.
Yeah.
They're the same ones that'll be like, no, don't do that. And then they'll tell you to go to the pharmacy and get like 10 pills. And I'm like, okay.
That's
great.
No, I don't want to be doped up on pills. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll smoke. Take a nap.
Well, like, I get both. I get the best of both worlds.
Sometimes you gotta, too. Not everyone can just smoke and be
though,
fine. Not everyone can just smoke and be fine. Some people actually need it. And that's a different story.
I feel like I can't smoke and do things. Like, that's my thing. Like, whenever I smoke, I do it to, like, relax.
We're the total opposite. I can't go to the gym unless I smoke. Like, I can't dance unless I smoke.
I created
a
monster
unless I smoke.
I did.
It's pretty bad.
Let's backtrack.
But I'm so productive, though. I want to, like, move because I hate sitting still.
Okay.
So it's like, and then we push each other. So it's like, even if we're stuck in a house all day, it's like we're trying to, like, get each other to do stuff.
The way we, like, are like this half the time is because, like, you want to lay down and, like, stay cozy. Like, her room is always dark. Mm-hmm. Dark. No sunlight. Curtains closed. Lights on. Always.
Dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is, like, the minute I wake up, I'm like, curtains open, morning sunshine.
I do the same thing.
Like, I need sunlight. I need sunlight to, like, cooperate. And, like, even in the mornings, like, we have established a routine where we wake up. We used to wake up and right off the bat, get dressed, go to the gym, come back, get our shit done because we had daylight.
Yeah.
Now we're like, well, it's gonna get freaking dark by like
2
4
hours.
anyway.
Yeah.
So we wake up and we sit and we smoke and we have our cup of coffee now, like some like 80-year-olds in the morning, and we're like, what are we gonna do with our day?
Wait, how old were you
like,
when you first smoked?
I started smoking freshman year of college, so I was like, what, 19, 18?
Yeah, I think I was 21, but I didn't do it often.
The first time I did it, I was 17.
I tried in high school and I didn't do it right, so I just stopped. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
What's your first time getting high story? I'll go after both of you because I love telling this story.
I think the first time I actually felt like I got high was with my friend from high school, who I will not name, but we smoked out of an apple in her backyard, and her parents almost caught us because her mom got up in the middle of the night and we weren't expecting it. But she didn't catch us, so we're chilling. But it was just a lot of like panic, and it always makes me feel like there's someone like watching
you. Yeah.
Oh, I have actually worse story than that really quick before you go. I had a group of friends who I'm not really like friends with anymore, but we all hotboxed in this car, and when I tell you, I was so mad because these idiots decided to smoke broad daylight in a park where there were lots of kids and parents around, like facing the street, facing traffic, where there was literally
I would have had a panic attack and ran for my life.
I was having a panic attack, and I was in the middle. I was in the middle of the seat. There were like two guys. I was like not having a good time, and then they all wanted to go to McDonald's after, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I'm in McDonald's, like literally I felt like I was greening out. That was the first time I ever felt like I'd smoked way too much, or there was something in the weed that I wasn't familiar with, or like it was a keef. It overpowered it for me for one of the first times. I don't know, but it was not good. Not a good time.
I would have actually said, excuse me, gentlemen to my right and to my left. Which one of you is going to step out of this damn car because I'm leaving?
Yeah. You know what? No, there was a girl on one of the sides, and she was just like, "You're fine, you're fine," and I was like, "No, I'm not.
I'm not
fine."
I would like. This is also something that I hate. It's like, I feel like when you're high, the first thing they decide to do is like, no, stop panicking. Like you're fine. You're fine.
Too much.
Like you're doing way too much right now. I just need you to like sit next to me, rub my back, and be like, hey, and get my mind off of it. Like if you tell me not to panic, I'm gonna panic. I need you to like get my mind off of it and be like, hey, so what did you do today?
Yes. No. Exactly.
Like I don't want to think that I'm high.
Yeah. That's the thing.
This is why I can't smoke in like large crowds, especially with people who haven't been smoking for as long, because like I have a gnarly tolerance, which some people might watch this and be like, oh, I bet you it's not even that big of a tolerance. No, it's like I have a fat tolerance. I could smoke all day and be like really fine.
Yeah.
Like totally fine. But like it was just, it's when you're smoking around people that like don't know you and they're like, you say something or you're acting a little too loud or you're laughing a little too hard and they're like, oh, you're really stoned, huh? Oh, you're really high, huh? And I'm like, can you shut the f up?
Like you're so
let me enjoy myself. Like
I've realized that I have a special power when I'm high, and it's like reading people to filth. I don't know how I do it, but like this inner dialogue, like this inner monologue just becomes unlocked in my brain and I just go off on people.
Oh my God, no, I feel that. Wait, what was your horror story?
Well, I started smoking in Philly, but it wasn't in college, and I think Philly weed is just trash. So the first time I ever got real high was with you, and it was my first ever bong rip.
Oh, I'm a bong bitch.
We were in California, and it was hot ass day, and we just were in her car, and she just kept telling me to like suck in, and I think I was sucking in wrong.
Yes.
And I did it like 3 times really fast, and it just freaking rushed to my head, and I just like. After that, I like blacked out for like 12 hours. Like it was just bad. Like she drove around the neighborhood. I was like out the window, like staring at
rough.
people.
It was like one of the first times we came by ourselves. We road tripped here 12 hours, and we were staying in an Airbnb, which was shit, by the way.
Yeah.
This Airbnb, which she booked, she did everything, which she always does everything when it comes to Airbnbs, because I just trust her. Yeah. She does everything. I just trust her with all that kind of stuff. So she booked this Airbnb. We were like, yes. We get there. The lady wouldn't let us use the pool. So like we were in like the guest house, literally, because it advertised the pool. I could see if it didn't advertise the pool. We were like jumping in. They were like, yeah, we didn't
If you got there and you were like, oh, so there's a pool, and you were like, oh, well, like we didn't pay for a pool. That's cool. But it's like if you're advertising a pool.
No, it had a whole picture of a pool. And so we get there and we can't use a pool because their family is in town this weekend and we're going to be using it. And I was like, oh, well, I paid this much money to use it this weekend, but okay.
Literally.
I would have been like, so where's the fam?
No. They were literally out there. Like they came out and we had to just sit inside. It was so awkward.
Yeah.
But that's why we were like having a little bit of like a panic, is because we were sitting outside smoking because we didn't want them to get mad that we were smoking by the pool or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, I guess we got to smoke in the street. So we're smoking in the car. And of course, me being the peer pressured bitch I am when it comes to you, I'm like, you can take a bong rip. I'm like, I know you can, because I have faith in her. And I was like, I know you can.
They're dangerous because they're so smooth.
Yes.
Yeah. Like it's just like when you're like smoking like a joint or a blunt, whatever, like that, like you can feel like it kind of burns sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
but like with a bong, it's kind of just like.
The issue was it was also a short stem bong, so those ones are like hard hitting. And the way, when you haven't smoked out of a bong before, it's kind of hard to explain to someone how to like suck, because you were going like this, like taking the shortest breaths, and I was like, no, like you're sipping on a straw, like suck it in, bitch. Like I don't know how to explain it. And so she was going like multiple times, and I'm like, your throat is on fire.
My throat was on fire.
I felt so bad, and then
I didn't do it for like a year, and then till we moved in, and then I started doing it with her. And
then I got my big bong out, and then she was sitting on the couch,
and
like,
now your tolerance is like, yeah. The first time I smoked, I think I was a junior in high school. I was 17, and I hadn't done it before, and it was with my best friend at the time. And I remember I was with her sister, and then 2 of her cousins. And the reason I was there was because her parents, I think, were out of town. So like I was like sleeping over, but like they didn't know I was sleeping over because her like parents were very like no boys allowed. But like I was like limp wrist, like they're like, what the hell is Spencer gonna do? Like there are 4 of us.
Yeah.
So I'm there, and it's like 11 p.m. and I just remember we all went outside, and it was like a joint, and it was called Platinum Kush. Didn't know what that was. I was like, okay, cool. Like I'll try it. So we're all sitting there, and we're like going around in like the circle, not breaking the rotation. And then all of a sudden, like I heard something. And at the time, you know, when like it's your first time getting high. So it's like you don't really know you're high until you know you're high.
Yeah.
So I didn't know I was high yet. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I heard a noise out of like, I don't know what in my brain was like, oh my gosh, her parents are home. But I heard a noise, and I was like, her parents are home. So what did I do? I was like, destroy the evidence. So I smoked the entire thing. I smoked the entire thing to myself. I'm like literally like, and I'm literally high, like I'm by a bush in her backyard, and I'm like,
take one for the team. You guys
like there was a
champ.
fence. There was a fence.
Champ.
Didn't like throw it over the fence. Like didn't. I just smoked the whole thing, and then I just remember turning
Can't
around.
waste it.
This is what threw me for a loop. I turn around to go inside, and then I don't know what happened in the 5 seconds between me walking inside and me turning around, but I fully turned around, and I was sitting at a table, and then I was like, what is going on?
No, I hate that feeling.
Yeah,
That's me with
like,
alcohol.
no.
That's
What?
me with alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can't. Anyway.
Do you prefer alcohol, or do you prefer?
Oh, I
Smoking
for sure, 100% all the way. The only kind of alcohol I can do is, which sounds so dumb, and every time I say it, I know I
Wine?
sound champagne.
I
barely
love, like,
even
red
wine.
Red wine is like for me.
Has to be
like
sweet.
wine.
Has to be sweet.
I need a white wine. I could do white wine, but like a red, too bitter for me. It's
See, I used to hate bitter wine, and then all my friends, when I would like come over, they would have wine. Like I would always bring like, I don't know, like I'd be like, okay, like they'd be like, oh, let's get like fucked up tonight. So I'd be like, okay, coming. And I bring like a handle of tequila, and they would all have like these like bottles of wine, and I'd be like, you guys are like bitches. Like come on, like,
wine gets
up.
you up.
Until one night I was like, you know what? I want to see what you guys are on. Like I want to see what's happening. I bought myself a bottle of wine, and this is what like I don't. We used to do it like maybe like once every other month, but we would all just like get together and like watch a movie, and it was mandatory that we had to finish a bottle of wine while watching the movie. And I was like, okay, the first time we decided to do it, and I was like, okay, like let me see what you guys are on. I'll get wine. Wow.
It's the sugar.
Wow. But I don't get sugary wines. I get like bitter wines.
Well,
I don't know. I feel like, do you want to know why I get bitter wine?
Why?
The alcohol percentage is higher.
Did not know that.
Yeah,
I can't do the bitter.
bitter
It's like,
red wine.
it's like dry.
Like if you get like Moscato, I think it's like 7% per volume or by volume. You get like a bitter red wine. Oop, 13.4. Say less. Like, come on.
You have a whole bottle of that?
Yeah.
Like a whole bottle. And I mean,
you're gone.
I have one bottle of champagne in myself, and I'm flying. I'm like, I feel great. I'm giggly. I feel fine. I don't need anything else. Give me a shot of something, and that's the other thing. I'll need like multiple, and it tastes goddamn nasty. Like I just can't do it. I can't get it down.
I think my other problem, like in my head, is like if I'm drinking wine, it's like easier to pace yourself, you know, because it's like you have a glass of wine, and it's like, okay, like I'm gonna take sips and then stop whenever. But like with shots, it's like
you gotta take
the whole thing,
yeah,
and then like after 5 minutes. You're not going to feel it. But like after 5 minutes, everyone's like, all right, who wants another one? And of course you're going to be like, hell yeah.
I don't feel shit
and then
yet.
Like, exactly. But like with wine, it's like so much easier to pace it out. And I feel like whenever I've had like shots, that's my issue. And I've like talked about it with my friends before, which is like now when I pregame, I only have wine. Like I don't get the handle of tequila anymore. But like I used to like, I was talking about this with Tara the other, like she was on my podcast like a week ago, and we were literally talking about how like when we drink, like when we went to Vegas, like every day it was like if you're gonna drink to get like
up,
like obliterated.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. But like with wine, it's like, ooh, I can relax and sit down and read a book and feel comfy cozy and not have like the sudden urge to be like, let's get blocked out. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
No, champagne gets me going, though. Champagne gets me going.
Have you ever popped a bottle of champagne?
Yeah. It hit me in the head.
Yeah.
I'm so upset because on my 21st birthday, I wanted to pop a bottle of champagne, but I wasn't able to because I wasn't 20. Well, I was 21, but I was on antibiotics.
Oh.
So I wasn't allowed to drink on my 20th. Actually, you want to hear something I call my doctor's office, right? This is right after I found out I wasn't allowed to drink because I was on antibiotics for a sinus and like throat infection. So I call and I'm like, hey guys, like you need to hear me out right now. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, so I know I'm not allowed to drink on antibiotics, but like, what if I have a sip, like a tiny sip? And they were like, no. And I was like, okay, fine guys. Now hear me out one more time. And the girl on the phone was like around our age. And she was like, what is it? And I was like, what if I smoked instead? And she was like, oh yeah, you can do that. And she was like, just don't post it on TikTok. She knew I was from TikTok. She knew. And I'm sitting here on the phone talking to her. Like I'm on all these antibiotics and I'm asking her if I can drink. And then I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, let me just ask if I can smoke some Mary Jane. And she's like, yeah, you can. Just don't post it on TikTok. LOL. I was like, you should have
not
told me.
Like, you do at me so I can get prescriptions.
No, really though. Like, free promo for my Adderall prescription.
Literally.
Oh my God. Okay.
I've never done that, by the way. I feel like that might be illegal.
So,
I think that actually is really illegal. Yeah. And probably like against a lot of like HIPAA policies too.
One time, this has nothing to do with alcohol, but it just reminded me of, I don't know what happened, but I just thought of this time. Back to Mary Jane. That's probably what it was. I was in Flagstaff with a group of friends.
Where's Flagstaff?
Arizona.
That sounds like an organ. Sorry.
It sounds like it should be an organ, but no.
No, like an actual body organ.
Oh, it's an organ.
Like I feel like I've heard that in a Grey's Anatomy episode.
It sounds like a virus.
Yeah.
Like you have Flagstaff.
You have Flagstaff.
Guys, I'm so sick. I had caught the flags. I caught the
Flagstaff.
Wait, so you were in? So where's Flagstaff?
Arizona.
Okay.
Okay, so I was in Arizona. It was a long time ago, and I was smoking out of a bong for the first time. This was my time smoking out of a bong, and I didn't know. Back to how I said I didn't know how to suck. I don't know how to get it up there. That sounds so funny.
Oh, hey girl.
Anyway,
see, I know how to suck and get it up there.
See, there you go.
Like,
ooh, hey.
Anyway.
I didn't understand that the fact that you had to light it and suck and pull at the same time. I thought when you lit it, the smoke would just automatically start to go because like smoke fire in my brain because I have a puny peanut brain. So I was like, oh my God. So they packed a bowl for like 5-6 people. Okay. They're like, Jaeden, you start it since you're the new one. I was like, okay, cool.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there with this big ass bong. I mean, this shit's huge. And the bowl is thick. And I was like, oh God. And so I'm lighting it. And I'm lighting it. And I'm lighting it. And no smoke is coming out. And I'm lighting it. And someone's like, Jaeden, are you sucking? And all of a sudden I'm like, ooh. And instantly
the whole thing
turns yellow. And the whole bowl. And that smoke was thick. It was thick. That smoke was I was like, oh, it was yellow. I took it in one hit and I was throwing up over the balcony in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I would die.
Yeah.
Have you ever done like wax, like dab?
Yes.
But not like the
what
pen.
is that?
I've been trying to get you to try it. Concentrate. It's just,
it's
like what's in your pen, but like better.
Literally.
Real.
So the first time I ever did a dab, it was actually out of a crack pipe. But
Nice.
That's a new one.
I need to like explain myself. So yeah, the first time I ever took a dab was out of a crack pipe, and I didn't know. Okay, so long story short, my friend had like the wax, right? And I was like, OMG, like we have to smoke this. And I was like, so what do we? I had never done it before, so I was like, so what do you want me to get, my bong? And she was like, no, like we actually need like a rig. So like we're on DoorDash. We're like literally, I was on DoorDash, Instacart, Postmates, like looking everywhere to just like find this rig. Couldn't find it. So I was like, let's just go to a smoke store.
Oh my God.
So we walked there together, and I'm not joking, like actually it wasn't like a weed, like if you watched like Breaking Bad, like
she would watch it with me, this bitch,
like a crack pipe, like that's what we were smoking out of.
Wow.
And then I hit it, and I actually like, so
they literally sell crack pipes at those smoke stores.
They do.
No, in New Mexico. I'm from New Mexico where they film Breaking Bad. In Albuquerque, they literally will be like, oh yeah, you could get that, but it's not for weed. And be like, oh, cool, what's it for? And they're like, oh, not what we were for your buying. I'm like, oh, slay. So crack, meth, slay. Not for me. All right, well, I need it for weed. Like, they're so far forward with it.
Even in California, it's the same shit. Like, it's like you go in. But I was already high before I took the dabaroni. So when I hit the dab... Sorry.
I wanted to so bad, but I didn't know if you guys were going to do that.
No, it's okay. We all did, and it was embarrassing for all of us. Okay. Actually, no, it wasn't.
It's not.
We ate that up.
Yeah.
We ate
It's
that
a dab.
up.
God damn it.
So I take this dab, right? I don't know, like, how to explain this to you guys, but you know when, like, you're drunk and, like, you, like, everything's, like, spinning? Mm-hmm. It wasn't like that. It was more like I was so high that if I were to turn my head like this, it took my, like, peripheral, like, my eyes. It was like I was processing everything in slow-mo. Like, my head could be facing this way, but I was still, like, seeing everything going like this.
Like, lingering?
Yeah, it was like everything was happening in slow motion. You know, maybe it wasn't weed. I don't know. Like, it definitely had to have been. But, like, there was a time I was laced with PCP.
Oh, fun.
Damn.
That was an edible, though. You want to hear about that story?
Yeah. What the Holy shit.
So this was the first time I ever took an edible, and it was also the last time I took one, too.
That's why I don't trust the shit. Mm-mm.
So this is when I worked at Starbucks. Like, I was working at Starbucks, and I didn't have work the next day. So I was like, you know what? Like, let's have a party. So my friend invites me over, and he invited another one of our coworkers, who then invited another one of our coworkers, and this girl's boyfriend, like, you know, he dabbled in a little, like, selly, makey. Long story short, she ended up, like, bringing up. They were literally called. What were these things called? It was called, like, astronaut something. And I was like, oh, okay, like, this name sounds so cool. No, if you were to look at this Rice Krispie treat, when I tell you, like, like, it was a Rice Krispie treat. Like, I didn't have it in a brownie form. I had it in Rice Krispie treat form. You know how it's supposed to be, like, cute and marshmallowy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I need you to understand that it was this much butter and then, like, maybe this much Rice Krispie on top. So I eat, like, half of it because I've never done an edible before. What? And my friends also, like, eat the whole thing. Like, they ate the whole thing. I didn't. They all got, like, blasted. And they all started, like, panicking. And I was like, what's going on, guys? Like, I want to be what you're on. So what did I do? Ate the rest of my edible. Shouldn't have done that. I got home.
Like, guys, why the is everyone freaking out and panicking? I want to be like you.
That's actually what in my brain I was like, let me be on your level. Like, I don't know what was wrong with, like, there's so much wrong with me.
I that's something I would do. I'd be like, I feel left out.
Yeah. I was like, you guys are all panicking FOMO. And shit, and I'm just, like, sitting here sober. So I was like, whatever. Like, if we're all gonna panic, let's panic together. Yeah. So then I have the other half, right? Bad move. So I end up going home.
Why do I feel like I can picture you telling the story as, like, an old person? Because you're like, bad move.
Yeah, no, it was horrendous.
Fix the blanket. Oh, sorry, that was funny.
You're ready for the story, girly girl. This is where shit goes downhill. I get home, right? I'm home, my mom's home, and I end up going upstairs to my room. I don't say a word to my mother because this is when the Eddie starts kicking the in. So I'm like, ooh, what is going on? I'm gonna sleep. You know what I thought? I was like, I'm gonna sleep this bitch off. You can't catch me like that.
That would be me.
It caught me, bitch. It grabbed me by the scalp and dragged me back to reality because I lay down for maybe 10 minutes. I opened my eyes. Oh. This is how I knew I got laced. The room turned into a kaleidoscope. The lights in my room were changing color. Mind you, at the time, didn't have LEDs. So, like, I'm looking around at
worst experience ever.
I'm looking around at a kaleidoscope room with, like, lights changing colors. I then screamed to my mom downstairs, and I'm like, Mom, help me, please. And my mom rushes into my room and she's like, what's going on? And I told her that the light bulbs were talking to me because that's how the FBI was, like, communicating with me. And I told her I forgot to I literally was like, I don't know how to tie my shoes. And Mom was like, what is going on? I told her that I had to get my stomach pumped, and she said, oh my God. I was like, Mom, I need to get my stomach pumped now. And she was like, no, we're not doing that. What's wrong with you? And then I had to confess that I was high. And then my mom, like, thank God my mom was like really like calm and like relaxed about it. She then took me on a drive, right? This is where we have more fun. We're on this drive and I'm telling my mom that like she needs to drive real slow. And she's like, and she was like, what? And I was like, Mom, the faster you drive, I get the urge to throw up. And my mom said, oh, perfect. Mind you, now it's like 1 a.m. My mom, I woke her up. So she's like also not having it with me. We get on the highway. There's no one on the highway. And she was like, you said that going fast makes you want to throw up. And I said, yeah. She starts going all over the highway, and then all I remember is brakes, and then opened up the car door. I threw up everywhere. My mom did that about 10 more times, and then after I was done like actually throwing up everything I had eaten that day, she was like, so how are you feeling? I got my stomach pumped in a car, but not really pumped. I just had my mom
around over the highway.
Throw me up
for free.
For free. Like I didn't even have to go to the hospital.
That was smart.
Yeah, she ate that.
Yeah.
She knew how to, she was like, that bill. We're gonna go on the highway. We don't need a bill for getting your stomach pumped. Just let me show you how it's done.
Literally.
No, yeah. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was funny. Like not funny, but like funny. I was crying. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. And then after all that happened, I went to work. It was like 2 days later, and my coworker, the one who got the edibles from her boyfriend, literally she runs up to me and grabs my hands and she's like, Spencer, I'm so sorry. Like I already told like the other two, like I'm so sorry. And I was like, bitch, why are you apologizing to me? And she was like, Spencer, like you don't understand. Like that wasn't just weed. Like we didn't know. And I was like, oh. So yeah, be careful with what you take because you never know what can be laced or not.
What the
Want to play a game?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, now let me explain this little fun game. Me and my two beautiful guests, Jaeden and Kara, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We're actually just going to come up with a movie in our own heads and then give the other two hints. Okay, wait, so should I go first?
Yeah.
And how long do I have? 5 seconds. The sky is falling! The sky is falling!
The Chicken Little!
Yeah.
Woo! You want to know why I got that so much? People say I look like the bitch from Chicken Little because my teeth are so big.
Oh my God. I get Napoleon Dynamite because of my teeth.
You know what? I actually see the resemblance with me and that girl from that movie.
But you're hot though.
Thank you.
And like you eat.
Thank you.
Whereas like.
So are you.
I mean like.
Come on, Napoleon.
There's like very little wiggle room between like attractive and Napoleon Dynamite. You know what I mean?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm dead serious.
No,
like you could be like a sexy duck. Like how am I supposed to be a sexy Napoleon Dynamite?
Have you seen people recreate Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah,
I actually did recreate him when I was a senior in high school for a Spirit Week or Senior Week.
Make it hot.
Make it hot. Crop top it up. Booty shorts.
Make it hot.
Nice cute afro.
Make it hot.
You can do it.
That was revolutionary.
Flip the narrative.
That was revolutionary.
Am I next?
Yes.
Nun. Scary movie. Nah.
The Nun?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh, The Conjuring.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't think of anything, and all I could think of was the Nun, and she's not even in that one.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Sorry, it was fast. All good.
She is in that one.
She is.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
like glimpses of her, right?
No, she isn't. She is in that one because if you remember, they talk about her experience. Remember how, like, in the first Conjuring movie, the husband is like, you don't have to go down there if you don't want to. Like, your last experience was a lot for you. This, and the third. Her last experience was the Nun movie.
Because it's backwards, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
So I semi knew what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, you're good.
Word.
Right.
Okay. Kara, your turn.
Okay. We out here finger popping each other's assholes.
21 First Street?
Yeah, 21st Strip.
See, like, I have never watched that movie.
Love that movie.
You gotta watch that movie. It's ridiculously funny.
It's
and
iconic.
Is
really
that the one with
inappropriate.
Channing Tatum
Yeah.
Really
and Jonah
inappropriate.
Hill?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, like, I know the actors. I just haven't seen it.
Oh.
You gotta watch it.
Oh,
It took me a long time to watch that and Step Brothers.
I've never seen that one either.
It took me a long time to watch that
Love
one.
Step Brothers. You gotta do it.
Is that the one with
Will
I told you
Ferrell.
not to touch my drumstick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, I know that one because of the TikTok. Wait. I'm gonna try to think of a movie now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give you a line. I'm just gonna tell you something.
Okay.
Pink piano pool. Pink piano.
High School
pool.
Musical?
Close.
Sharp.
Pink piano pool. I'm looking for a very specific answer.
Pink
Sharpay?
piano pool.
Well, yeah, like, but you're like on it, but like it's more specific than just High School Musical.
High School
High School
Musical
Musical.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
She gets that one. I wasn't on the track.
I mean,
with that
like,
one.
no, like you like gave all the answers basically. It was just a matter of like putting a number after it. Yeah.
You're welcome. Okay, my turn.
Okay.
This one's. It's just. I'm not gonna say a line like that. Ready?
Okay.
It's just hints about the movie. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Button eyes.
Coraline.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got like really excited. I don't know why I did that.
That was
Oh my
great.
God, what the hell was
No,
that?
I feel that. That's how it
I
is.
just got taken over by a demon.
It's Coraline. No, that's just because Coraline is the best shit ever. You can't not get excited about Coraline.
Okay, Kara, your turn.
Oh, with another one?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to think of something that you would know.
Ooh, do something we would know, but it's so far in the back of our subconscious that it would like we'd have to think really hard about it.
Like,
okay.
Deep.
Drew Barrymore.
Okay. E.T.
51st Dates.
No.
Oh, we didn't even let you finish.
Like,
Okay, Drew Barrymore. Mask, knife.
Oh my God, Scream!
Yes, Scream.
I'm all Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
I'm thinking there are movies like going through my head right now. Shrooms, Flower Crown.
Midsummer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
That was really good.
I saw that with my parents. Worst idea ever.
Why in the
I wanted them to
I'm
get
so sorry.
into A24 movies
The
because they're
screwing
just so not into the times, and I wanted them to, a worse movie to pick.
Have you seen
Ever.
Hereditary?
Yes.
Do you want to know where I saw Hereditary?
Where?
In a random movie theater in Nebraska.
Why the
Why
Why?
would
Why?
Yeah.
For what
that?
reason? Why were you there?
Okay, so when
I was like, yeah, but didn't want to be there, did you?
So when I was in high school, I did like
God.
I was a theater kid.
'Kay.
And
Love
when I was in high school, I was president of my like thespian society, and I ended up going to finals. There were like it was states and then nationals. So then me and my friend, we did like a scene together. We made it to nationals. So we got flown out to Nebraska by my school. So we go to Nebraska. It's me, my one friend, and then another friend who was there for a monologue. And on our last night there, Hereditary had just come out. And we were like, you know what? Let's go watch Hereditary. We go to I need a moment to breathe. We go see this movie in theaters. We're the only ones in there. We're in the middle of Nebraska, like terrifying. We see the movie. On our way home, of course, our straight guy friend thought it would be such a good idea to like let me and my other friend walk ahead of him. And there's like this thing in Hereditary where like the one character does this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And we were like,
no.
we were walking. This little bitch decided it would be fun to run down a side street while we didn't notice, wait for us on the corner, hide behind a bush, and start making the noises. And when I tell you,
I would have ran them over.
we were like maybe 2
literally.
miles away from home. I don't know how far we were. I'm really sorry to the girlfriend I was with, but at the time I couldn't risk it. I sprinted home.
Oh, yeah.
And by the time my friend got back, I had already been showered. I was already in bed, lights out. I had my door locked.
That's up.
Yeah.
That movie actually like messed with my head a little bit. The part where they smacked
Her head off?
Yeah. No. So speaking of movies, we just watched Bones and All.
Wait, I know that one. Bones and All.
And Taylor Russell.
Did you watch it?
Girl, I knew the ending before it even happened.
But
Lars
it was
hasn't
like, seen
okay.
it. We want to watch it with Lars, but that one messed with me a little bit.
It didn't like scare me.
It didn't scare me.
I felt
just,
like it was more like
made me-
aesthetic horror.
Yeah.
It was like
made
a
me-
twisted love story to me.
Yes.
It was eerie. I very much appreciated the fact that they didn't put in a glamorized sex scene.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I was curious to see if they were going to do that, because I swear to God, if there was one, I probably would have walked out, because it would have just been like,
Yeah, it was kind of like
right.
I think the only scene that really got me was whoever hasn't seen the movie, cover your ears and I'll just give a thumbs up.
Yeah. Careers.
The one scene that like really made me like kind of gag was when she was under the table with that
Yes!
girl and she
Yep,
pulled
got
on
me
it and like you
right
saw
off
the
the
skin
bat.
come off. That kind of messed me up.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, uncover your ears now. You're all good.
That was right off the bat got me. And I looked at Kara and I was like, no.
We were talking about the other day how actors do that. Like how
The special effects stuff having to be in your mouth.
Yeah,
And
like
like
that
the
fake
thought
blood
of
and-
like, like how to.
I'm sorry, but like she knew what she was doing. Like that's what pissed me off too. I was like, you're gonna cover your ears. I was like, bitch, you're going to sneak out of the house. Clearly you're supposed to be there. There's a screw in your window. Your dad has to lock you in for good damn reason. You're a cannibal girl. And you're going to go to a slumber party with other girls while you're hungry for human flesh.
She knew.
Get a grip. Like, she knew. She said, you know what she said? She said, I'm going to the slumber party and I'm going to have some dinner, bitch. That's what I'm
like,
going to do.
you know what? I'm going to eat.
She said,
I'm going to eat.
Let's eat.
Ooh,
they invited her over and she said, buffet. Okay, so guys.
Laurie.
Okay, so who wants to do the next movie?
Oh, I'll try. I'll try and think of one. No, I got one. Think big. Okay. Think big. Think out of the box.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna say this word, and you're gonna think of one thing.
But
I'm gonna need you to dig deep.
Dig deep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Blue mermaid.
Aquamarine.
Yes. Wow. Oh, thank God. I thought you were gonna say Little Mermaid.
You're obsessed with
Oh,
Aquamarine.
well, like, I also in my head was like H2O, but then I didn't say it because I was like, they have like orange and green tails.
No, that could have worked. I probably would have said yes. She said that. I'd be like, yeah, sure.
You're right. Wait.
Yeah, wow, you're so smart. No, I would have. I love aquamarine. Also, it's my birthstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never wear my birthstone. I love opal. I've never worn my birthstone ever. I love that.
Well, I don't wear my birthstone. That was a blatant lie.
I wear my birthstone every day.
I wear my birthstone all the time. Actually, sometimes this is why I think I'm a bad liar, because like I will lie just for like the fun of it, and then like not even a second after, be like, that's a lie.
I would have believed you.
Yeah, I just like if I just like didn't say that's a lie.
It sounds so bad, but it's just easy sometimes to like
It's so
keep.
fun.
It's like the conversation interesting. I don't know.
You know, did you see on TikTok how people are like, oh, my everyday bits that I do? And there was that one girl and she was like, oh, whenever like someone has like the smallest thing in common with me, I go like, oh my God, we have so much alike. Like that guy at Trader Joe's was like, I love this rice. And she was like, oh, we have so much in common. That's how I am with lying.
Yeah, you're like, oh my God.
I think that's my bit. So when I was in high school, my freshman year, this was my freshman year, mind you, my hair was dyed red.
Okay.
Because I had just been in like an 8th grade play and my hair had like stayed red, whatever. And I used to like tan in the summer with my friends, but that one summer I actually like almost did get sun poisoning, but I did get really cute freckles on my face. So when I went to my high school, everyone thought that like I was from Spain because I had like red curly hair and freckles, and I was also like white. So I thought it would be really fun to lie to all of them and tell them that like I'm related to royalty in Spain. I'm not. But it was like really fun to like see their reactions.
Yeah. And were they like, oh my God?
They were like, really? And then I actually told this one girl in my theater class and she was like, no way, me too. But like she actually was. So I was like, how do I like back out of this lie real quick?
You're like, actually, I was just with everyone.
Yeah, I was like, LOL, like, sorry.
Sorry, I don't know how to explain to you
I was
that.
like, my bad, guys. So.
Hey, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And it's all for shits and giggles. It's all for fun.
It's a pastime.
If you're not hurting anyone, you're not doing anything. I almost didn't shave my legs today, but I did because I got scared.
Oh, yeah, my legs aren't shaved, but sometimes you just got to give it a little rub.
Yeah. Yeah. Itchy under that blanket.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have a cramp. I just kind of like want to do it. Like, really? Sorry, guys. Oh.
Love
no
that.
issues there.
Okay, no, you do your last movie, Kara.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Kids and skateboards.
Okay, the Jimmy Neutron movie. Kids and skateboards.
It's not animated. A sound also trended on TikTok to it too.
Wait, no, guys, please stop.
What?
13?
I have no idea.
No, wait, I have to get it now. Sorry, guys.
Skate it. Skip it. Skirt it. I don't know what.
Can you give me?
There was like a famous line on TikTok, and people would use it for like POVs, and it's like a screaming line. A24 movie.
Oh, it's A24?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you said kids, skateboard, A24. Skateboard, A24.
Skateboards, kids.
Because I've seen a lot of A24 movies. Is it horror?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's like a drama. Yeah, I made you watch it.
Made you look. Sorry.
Ooh, I'm in trouble if I don't remember this one. Mm.
It has a year in the title. There is a famous TikToker that's dating the lead actor in it right now.
OMG, mid-90s.
Yes.
See, that was, again, a lie. Yes. I had Carrie text me. Sorry, guys. Like, see, like, that's what I'm saying.
Wow, the way that was so believable.
I really shouldn't have said anything, but I feel bad after I lie. I think that's one thing that Catholic school really did to me. Like, I'm not joking. Like, whenever I lie,
they traumatize everyone.
No, whenever I lie, I feel like the 10 commandments are placed in front of me, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, I'm agnostic. Like, I don't even believe in the God in the Bible.
I don't either.
But I can't lie. It makes me feel like, it makes me feel really weird. Oh, like, holy shit. Like, we need to end this episode.
Oh my God. No, I feel that.
Well, everyone, we made it through another episode and the building did not burn down. So, woohoo! Kara, Jaeden, would you like to tell anyone any upcoming projects you're doing or where they can find you on social media?
My handle is Kara Cannella or Kara Cannella on Instagram.
And my handle is Jaeden Gomez on Instagram with 2 Z's on TikTok. A little extra pizzazz.
Hey. As you all know, my handles everywhere are at Spencewuah. You can find my very special podcast, I'm Literally Screaming, on all streaming audio platforms. By the way, again, first time I've ever had 2 guests on a show at once. If you want to see this happening live in camera, looking at you dead in the eyes right now, go to the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel and subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, you hate me. And that hurts my feelings because I love all of you. Thank you all.